Okay, everybody, we are live and in person, and we're really excited to have the room filling up here. It's Jeff Eichen here. We're at the joint today, the Juke joint, and I'm wearing my hempy shirt, but you can't see it yet because I'm navigating two of my screens here. The back office will become the front office in a second, and you'll be able to hear me. See me, everybody. There we go. And you can see me in our beautiful little poster here. So here we are today, everybody. It's a hempy day, and this is my new shirt I got from the NOCO Expo, and people are coming in. As we talk, I'm going to record on this computer, get everything going here. So Breezy's coming in. Here comes everybody. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. And let's see if we can get our usual suspects coming on. So it's really beautiful to have you all today. If I have anything to say about it, we'll get some light on me there. And I'll turn my hat around so you can see my beautiful hemp leaf there. And I will actually do a groovy thing here. I will plug in my little face light here. And as we're getting ready, everybody, let's remember all of the fallen soldiers that are our buddies and men and women. And maybe we'll get Dorothy today. Let's see here. I'm having problems on Roku edit. We're having problems here. Okay, Roku is not happening today, so we'll just post it later onto Roku. Really excited to have you all today. I'm gonna be sporting. Let's see here. I'm gonna be sporting my hemp sunglasses today here. These are straight from the NOCO Expo, and they're very hempy. And if I can throw my other glasses off, you can see the hempiness here. And put these in the back here. So all day today, we're going to be talking about the fallen. Eddie Lepp and all the beautiful people that we've been incredibly having and not having. So let's go live on here and add. There we go. Okay. So we're live on StreamYard. We're supposed to be live on Roku. And sometimes they give you a little symbol that says this didn't work or that didn't work. But how's everybody feeling today? How's everybody feeling today? Okay, everybody's ready for 420 somewhere. It's always 420 somewhere. Everybody check my glasses out. There's no petroleum in these glasses. They're all hemp, and they're 3D printed.
Jeff, Nana still doesn't have.
Nana, tell us what. Tell us what's going on with Nana.
She needs the login still. That is hemptabulous, by the way.
Hang on.
She needs the login still. Somebody help Nana.
Let me go get Nana. Let me go help Nana. Hang on. I just sent it to her in. Hang on. I'll send it to her in. Let's see here. So I'm going to go Zoom 3. Okay, I just sent it to you. You forward that to Nana however you want to. Cut and paste that and put it in the phone, put it in her email, whatever you need to do. Get that to Nana, and I'm going to carry on with our show, everybody, today. We're live across the universe, and that was a great movie. Anybody see any good movies these days? We are going to totally have, a fundraiser to do our next movie. I've got Russell who wants to do a story about his life and how cannabis saved him. I've got the Canna Moms that want me to do a story and a documentary about baby Landon and how baby Landon was involved there. And did we lose Ashley? I guess so. We've got Paul in the room. We've got Solo Breezy in the room, and it's just really beautiful to have going, watching the hemp world explode. But like Rodimus, Grasshopper from Kung Fu, who comes on very often. He's one of my closest buddies, lives in France, and he always says, we need a tip jar. The tip jar sits next to your bong, okay? And here comes Russell, and excuse me. So I'm describing the tip jar, everybody. So the tip jar sits next to your, let's see if I have a tip jar here. I do not, because I used to make these beautiful jars, not unlike any jar, just any jar will do. But I used to embroider and sandblast leaf on my jars, and we called them nug jugs. And so for years at HempFest, I would sell nug jugs, and nug jugs are pretty freaking cool. And they got a marijuana leaf on them. I had 3 different styles, and that was pretty cool. So the idea is to have a tip jar next to your bong. Okay, everybody. Nobody consciously should smoke without putting $1 in the tip jar every time you puff. And then you send it to relieffoundation.org, or you send it to anybody else. Or you send it to the any of your foundations of choice. That's going to get the money to our honeys in jail, or the ones that have come home, because we're planning to do a concert, everybody. And I will share that with you after I pin myself to the screen here. We're planning on doing a concert at Oakland Coliseum with 42,000 for 420 NFT bud tickets. That gets you, if you buy a ticket for the first concert, you will have first choice for the floor the next concert, wherever we do it. We got Eric from HempFest in Portugal. We've got Donnie Worshafter in Colombia. We've got people all over. And as you know, Thailand, changed their freaking policies, and they were cutting heads off before. Everyone's realizing that hemp makes plastic. It makes fiber and fuel. I mean, you know that I have hemp 3D plastic now. My glasses are 3D hemp. So I'm proving just on my little show that this beautiful hemp there's no need to make car doors out of petroleum anymore. And guess what? BMW already makes hemp doors. Their fiber on their doors on one of their models is hemp, and their seats are hemp, and my shirt is hempy. So why don't we put $1 in the tip jar every time we puff? Because we can't be conscious free, everybody, if we don't have the money to give to our prisoners that can't work for their families or pay for their school or pay for their medicine. So I just turned 65, and I'm navigating, all that stuff, Medicare, Medicaid, all that stuff. And this is not a teaching school. My show is about enjoying the herb that we love, but knowing its properties. And as Tommy Chong says, one of the most beautiful plants on the planet, maybe the most beneficial. It has paper, fiber, fuel, medicine, and food. It's the grooviest. So I'm telling you that a tip jar next to you, and maybe by next week we'll have some tip jars available online, and you can buy a Namaste Relief Foundation tip jar to help us raise the money for the concert that we're going to be doing. We're calling Snoop. We're calling for Wiz Khalifa. We're calling for Willie Nelson. We're calling for Melissa Etheridge and Earth, Wind, and Fire to have a concert to raise $1 million for our prisoners, for them to have money to build their own home, to build their own farm. We want to get Lakota Hemp together so they can build prefab houses out of hemp, and their children can grow thousands of acres of hemp. So I'm not a preacher, I'm a teacher. I share This is Jeff Eichen here with our first day of the rest of your life. And I'm going to go back to our gallery here before I do my intro here. We have some new people on, some old people on, but as usual, we'll start the day with Solo Breezy. Solo, how are you doing? Tell us about your love for the plant and give us our quote for the day, and then I'll start the show.
Hey everybody, I'm Solo Breezy. I'm a newly cannabis activist. I'm also a cannabis graduate. Looking for work in the cannabis industry. If anyone has any connections or anything like that, please reach out to me. I went to school for cannabis because I love weed and I love talking about weed and I love educating other people about weed and I get excited about smoking it. So I figured why not turn that into my passion and way to earn income. Thank you for having me on this panel. Shout out to everybody in the room. Peace, love, happiness. Today's quote for today: success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
Fantastic. No loss for enthusiasm. Well, today's show is dedicated to the fallen, and we lost somebody beautiful this week. But what a freaking run! 102, Al Jaffe. And for those of you who you know can't see the bomb here. It's Mad Magazine Al Jaffe. Al Jaffe was the king. And I'm not going to pull this out of the plastic because I've got a few beautiful Mad magazines in plastic. Who knows if they're worth more? It doesn't matter. His life was splendid and beautiful. We'll get to everybody, but as we're cruising here right now, we will go and do our share screen, and I'll share with you my intro and a little bit about Al Jaffe and the reasons to stay creative and happy. I mean, when we have Tommy Chong on, what did he do in Up in Smoke? He blew smoke in the cops when they pulled him over, but they weren't pulled over. They were there for like an hour just puffing out smoke, and they thought they were driving, right? And the cop roll the window down, and the cop says to them, well, you guys, what are you doing? And they had the car that was all made out of marijuana and hemp, and he blows smoke in the cop's face, and the cop turns around and looks at him and says, oh man, that's good shit. So that's how it should be. We should laugh our whole life. So everybody, I'm going to share my screen and welcome on board Miss Kim Green, teacher, magnificent, and my partner in life and crime. So welcome, my beauty, and everybody, hang on while I share my screen with you, and we'll get to introducing everybody when I come back. But here's our intro, and there's a Hebrew word called kavel, and so we need to kavel in Al Jaffe's life and Dr. Machulam.
Hello, everybody. Please remember Dr. Raphael Machulam, rest in peace. He was the father of marijuana, of cannabis, of hemp. He isolated the first THC molecule. So keep him in your prayers, everybody, and all the rest that are up there with Jack and the rest. Hemp, hemp, hooray.
And rest in peace, Al Jaffe, the man that got me into the 420 headspace before I knew there was 420. And trouble, yeah. Art, yeah. Creativity, yeah. Film is food. Cartoon is food. Al Jaffe is food. Rest in peace, my brother.
The subject of creativity is such a huge subject. There are many things that make it happen. Sometimes it's desperation to produce something that somebody else will want to buy, print, look at, hang on their wall so that you can make a living out of it. At other times, there are people who are driven to be creative because that's their mission in life. They just can't think of living a life any other way, and they're willing to lock themselves up in an attic and starve and just keep painting or sculpting. I like to entertain people. I became a cartoonist because cartoons are popular and you can get across a multitude of ideas. You see something funny, something that strikes you funny in the paper, something political, something ridiculous, and you get a cartoon idea out of it. There isn't anywhere that I go, whether I get into a subway or on a bus or rent a car or whatever, that I don't have a criticism of how they run these things. I was able to exploit this creative attitude in Mad Magazine by doing, a lot of mad inventions. Everyone is inspired by a different muse, and, you follow your muse. I hope I can create a couple of more things before I kick the bucket, which is a very creative thing to do, by the way, kicking the bucket instead of dying.
It's been laying there for 15 years. Listen, I tell you, I'm giving it to you. Aunt Belle, I didn't mean to do it. Mackerel, take it easy, mister. Please say it don't make any difference, Aunt Belle. Please. You gotta say. You gotta tell me it don't make any difference. For heaven's sake, tell him. It don't make any difference.
Thank you, Al Jaffe, for all you've done and for your food that you shared with us, that we ate in Mad Magazine and all your cartoons. Food is the medicine of the planet. Laughter is a medicine of the planet. You are our medicine. We honor you and your life. Rest in peace, Al Jaffe. And don't forget, everybody, that 420 can inspire you for your creativity. And Al, thank you. Rest in peace, Robert Plastorn, the myth, the man, the legend. Just our cannabis heroes, keep going to the other side. Do some good work for us on the other side. If that's allowed, come back and let's end Prohibition together, everybody. Robert, we love you. Rest in peace. Go back in our memories of all of the OGs we have ever met. We remember where we've been. Radiotron, Ice-T. My path has been so blessed with so many people, and now we have the new green farming. We're going to end Prohibition, everybody. Let's get this party started. We had a great visit and time and party and educated, incredible hemp conference at NOCO 9. And we talked about our Prisoners 2 project. So everybody, love you, love you, love you. Hemp hemp hooray. Episode 150 today, everybody. Let's have a great show, and I'm going to bring us back here to our little cave here. Let's see if I can get with my hemp sunglasses on. I can barely see anything. So it's really great to have everybody today. We got some new folks, some old folks, and some joke folks. Who who is the telephone number down at the bottom? Is that our juice lady? Can nurse, is that Nana down at the bottom? We're trying to.
Yes, I believe so.
Hi, Nana.
She's in the waiting room.
No, everybody's in. Nana, are you here, Nana?
I am here.
Hi, Nana. Everybody meet Nana. Nana, tell us.
Hi, Nana.
Nana,
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, Nana. Howdy from Texas.
Everybody say hi to Nana.
Thank you.
Hi, Matty.
Hello from Las Vegas.
Hello.
I'm
Hi,
so
Nana.
much
Nice
better
to meet you.
today. Thank you for inviting me here.
Hey, Nana, it's been a while. It's Jeffrey. I really missed you. Tell us a little bit about your navigation and give a shout out to the prisoners and to the ones that have fallen, like the Al Jaffes. And we know you're super creative and you have navigated your own beverage. And we're going to have you at our concert if you're still doing your beverage. Give us a little update, Nana.
Well, I've been doing Nana's Secret for the last 10 years. I created this brand to help children with epilepsy because I have had epilepsy since I was 12. You know, I'm an old lady.
Uh-oh. We just got Nana out.
Am I
Nana?
still here?
Yeah. Come on, Nana.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
And anyway, so I created the sodas with one of my customers in the label business that I owned before. He gave me 10 different flavors. Nana's Secret was the first cannabis-infused soda in Washington. I went from medical to recreational here in Washington. I did that for 3 years before I ended up in the hospital and had so many seizures, I lost most of my memory. So I'm talking to people here today that knew me in the past. I have to apologize if I don't know who you are or I don't remember who you are. Hopefully when I see your face, memories may come back. If not, we'll just start all over again. Currently, I have an attorney working on filing my license again and my Nana's Canna license, which will be all CBD products for children with epilepsy. And we'll be filing a new license for Nana's Foundation, which will only be for members to join Nana in raising money for research for children with epilepsy. So that's the projects I'm working on now, along with some people who have labs, glacier water, and things for Nana's brand to go on their products to help donate to the foundation as well. So I think that's a short what Nana's doing right now, what I'm working on. But mostly I would like people to know I'm just thankful every day that I wake up. I learned about sudden unexplained death of an epilepsy patient when I started in medical. I had no idea this could happen to me. So every day that I wake up, I'm thankful to God to be here.
Well, Nana, you are very happy, and we're glad that that you teach. You know, you teach through sharing your story, through sharing your testimonials, and through sharing what you know about the medicine that is in this plant that we dearly are navigating this planet to end prohibition with. So we're really blessed to have you. Give a shout out to the prisoners in still behind bars.
Yeah, the prisoners should have already been released. Cannabis has been legalized across the board. And this morning I read an article that the Epidiolex has been approved by FDA to treat patients with epilepsy. I wasn't aware of this. I wasn't told by any of my doctors in the epilepsy clinic that the FDA had approved this as a prescription drug for patients with epilepsy. I have to tell you, that kind of made me angry to know that there is a cannabis-based drug that my doctors have not even mentioned to me. However, they have mentioned to me, instead of reducing the last two pharmaceuticals that I still have to take, instead they encourage me to increase those. So those prisoners that are still having to serve time for a medicine that epilepsy patients, cancer patients could be using every day to make their lives better. epilepsy is not an illness that you can take a drug or a pill or whatever and get over that drug like measles or mumps. It's an illness that we have to live with from the time we're diagnosed until we die, unless we can do research and make sure that it's something that can be done. Right now, we just want to give people something to make their lives better.
And so give our one-liner. Tell the prisoners we're coming to get you.
I would be happy if we could come and get you. Yes, we will do that.
Well, we love everybody on board today. It's really blessed Wednesday here. It's Weedsday. Next week, everybody, is Women in Weeds. So women, all you women out there associated with the entrepreneurialness of it, just remember, everybody, that's next week. Please come on board, Women in Weed, next week. Just remember, take your tip jar and put $1 in your tip jar every time you smoke. And once it gets to a pretty decent size, put that in your bank and Venmo, or go on to relief-foundation.org, and we will get the money to the commissary. We will send it to Freedom Grow, and they will get it to the prisoners. We're planning on a concert, everybody, and we want to rock the world into the next generation. I mean, you see all of these Hands Across America concerts and We Are the World, and you see Queen singing we are the champions of the world. Well, we can make it louder by doing a concert at Oakland Coliseum with 42,000 for 420 NFT ticketed people in the concert arena listening to all of our prisoners. We'll get them on stage. We'll raise some money for them for all these years they've been in jail. We're going to slide right down to we got Solo Breezy already. Russell, give us a little bit of an update now that you're clothed and presentable. Although the funny thing about Burning Man, or places like beaches where you don't have to wear any clothes, everybody can be booby free. But on our show here, we have Russell now. Russell, tell us a little bit about your story.
Hey guys, shout out from Texas. I'm sitting out here in the sun getting some vitamin D. Shout out to the prisoners. I love the way you always bring them in, Jeffrey. I've known a lot of people that we put money on the banks, on their books here, and I think it's a great idea. Working with Jeffrey here, I'm one of the best in the world, to make a documentary about my journey with cannabis and psilocybin mushrooms, whole plant medicine, guys. Plan on going to Mexico and doing some hemp work. We're getting really excited, very excited.
Oh yeah, and you said we're going to tango in Argentina too.
Oh, sí, bastantes. We have a house now. I don't have to stay in any more hotels. In Buenos Aires, it's very hard to medicate in hotels. So now, I've been there so many times. We have a house in Ituzaingó. It's just west of the capital of Buenos Aires. And while we're there, Jeffrey, we will be visiting a cannabis farm and a hemp farm in Rosario, which is a town about the size of Houston, northwest, 3 hours northwest of Buenos Aires. They have good cannabis, they have good hemp, and they're looking forward to some gringos from America coming down with some good cannabis.
Well, I've got my cannabis hat on today there, everybody, because I've got the cool the cool software to zoom in, and we're blessed to have Russell. Russell, tell us a little bit about the medicine, how it helped to save your life.
Guys, I beat opiates and benzos with cannabis concentrates. It was wonderful. Then I had heart problems. I had 5-way open heart surgery, got my 4th pacemaker, and I used cannabis concentrates such as Fico and Rick Simpson oil, and I started microdosing psilocybin mushrooms. And guys, since open heart surgery, I've been to Buenos Aires 3 times to tell my story. Germany, Budapest, Hungary, Austria, Mexico, and I can't wait to tell my story in other countries. This whole plant medicine has brought me in touch with some of the most wonderful people in the world, including Mr. Eichen here. And I just thank God. I thank everybody, and I want to tell my story. I'm very passionate about it. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for following me. Unfortunately, somebody hacked my account on Facebook, guys. So I'm working on that as we speak, but anybody can reach me through Jeffrey. If anybody wants to, is interested in cannabis and heart health, yo hablo español y ich spreche Deutsch. So those are my three superpowers.
Well, we're blessed to have you on board and part of the team.
Thank you.
Russell, we're going to roll right in here to, let's see here. So I'm going to see if I can add to pin on screen. So we're going to bring our new friend up, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, introduce yourselves. Tell us how you found us and what your specialty is. You're muted. You can unmute yourself, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, unmute yourself. There you go.
There you go. You guys invited me. Tell me who I am.
Well, you're Jeffrey, and my name is Jeffrey. But you told you.
Oh, come on! I'm a 30-year cannabis activist. I didn't just get my name, Jeffrey. You did. You don't know who you're interviewing? We just did a pre-interview.
My name is Jay Free. Jay Free.
Okay. I spelled my name
invited
the same.
him. I
Yeah,
take
so
full
who-
responsibility.
so
I
who am
invited
I?
him. I looked him up.
So who am
I
I
take
then?
full responsibility for the room. I invited him. I looked him up. I found out what his background was and that he was the #1 funniest comic. And I listened to some reels and I knew that we had to have him on the show. So I reached out to him, big star that he is, and he agreed to come on the show. And I started letting people know that he was going to be here, and here he is.
So Jeffrey, if you're the
I welcome
I'm giving
you.
Jeffrey a hard. Nice to see you, Ashley. I'm giving Jeffrey a hard time because we did a pre-interview hour ago because I thought we were on Mountain Time. So he must be smoking some good shit because you forgot everything we said.
Happy, well, I like the world to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Let me tell you who I am. I'll just refresh you. I'm Jeffrey with a J, just like you. We spell it the right way, as my buddy Jeff Dowd, the real dude from the Big Lebowski, says. But I'm a 35-year cannabis activist. When I met Jack Hare, actually it would be 33 years. I met Jack Hare in 1990, and we became very good friends. Jack was a true mentor to me. And I've been a comedian as the 420 comic for 21 years. I work with the best. I work with Cheech and Chong and Willie Nelson and Ziggy Marley and Joe Rogan and Doug Benson and Roseanne, you name it. I work with the top hip hop artists and rock stars.
What is one of your favorite 420 jokes? Give us one, a quickie.
You got it. You know, they just made over $800 million last year in cannabis sales here in Las Vegas. Yeah, and that was just to me. Right over your guy's head.
I didn't go over my head. No.
I know.
Well, I'm gonna do.
Hey, I can tell you this real quick too, Jeffrey. You know, the thing is, yeah, I've been doing comedy in the cannabis space for 21 years. I am, and to the prisoners, I mention the prisoners in my act almost every night. And I'm the guy that gives celebrities a hard time about not helping the prisoners. I've done benefits for Aaron Sandusky. I've done for Howard Noble in New Orleans. I sent Jeff Mazansky a comic book as soon as he got out of jail. I sent Tommy Chong, my buddy Tommy Chong, I sent him comic books when he was in jail. So I'm always for the prisoners. I think it's time that celebrities, in particular, like Whoopi Goldberg, who I helped her become the cannabis person she is. I sold Harvey Levin a tape of her admitting as a cannabis user. So People like her and Jim Belushi, who has his 3rd season. Why can't they have hey, Jeffrey, you remember Comic Relief, right? When Robin Williams and
We're gonna do it, dude. We're gonna do it. We're gonna pull it off.
So what we need is people like Belushi. You got a TV show. Why aren't you helping get prisoners out? Woody Harrelson was on SNL. He didn't mention anything about the prisoners. It's great that he mentioned his show, but we need to get the prisoners out. And that's what I do. I make comic books. I make comic books in the cannabis space. This is my buddy CJ. He just got out of jail for 4 months because he has cannabis churches in California. You know?
We just went to the cannabis church. Just went to the cannabis church in Denver. It's a beauty.
It's a beauty. I've heard some internal problems there. I'm not sure what to think of it. Just did a gig in Denver last weekend.
It doesn't matter. It just was the beauty. It was I saw the inside. It's a beauty. Everything.
It is beautiful.
Don't
get me wrong. Well, they know how to. You know what's great in Denver? I was just there. Mushrooms are legal. Everybody is psilocybin city over there.
Hell yeah!
So it's beautiful.
Well, this world is dedicated to plant medicine. Nobody should be in jail for a plant, and we should all be happy. I mean, if it makes hempcrete and if it makes plastic and if it's a beautiful plant, why should somebody be in jail when alcohol is still legal?
Right. And the thing is, there's so many great aspects of this cannabis culture that are emerging that I love. We have our own music, we have our own art forms, we have our own media, we have our own in my case comic books and comedy. And so this weekend I'll be one of the headliners again at Kushstock in California, along with there's 5 stages. I'm bringing the comedy zone there with 30 comedians, but we've got main stages, The Far Side, Dilated Peoples, Immortal Technique. So some really great stuff, all brought to you by Dr. K.
Where is Kushstock located?
In Adelanto, California.
Where is Adelanto?
Right outside of Victorville.
Oh, Victor.
Right outside of Victorville.
Is that on the way to Vegas?
It's the halfway point between Los Angeles and Vegas. Right there, 3 hours each way. And shout out to my buddy Richard Marcella from Hemp for Victory. That's how I found out about hemp back in 1990. I was watching a TV show, cable access show in California, and my buddy Richard Marcella was interviewing Jack Hare, and that's how I found out that hemp actually means something important. So shout out to all the old school guys. Eddie Lepp was a friend of mine. We used to, put money on his book, and we would make sure Eddie knew that we were thinking about him all the time. So I'm all for the prisoners, and I love entertaining people in the cannabis culture. So that's what I do.
We're gonna have you on stage, and we're gonna pull this off together. Hang on, we got Dorothy McGaines coming on here. I'm gonna pull. She just called me on the phone here. I'm gonna pull Kim on. Kim, say hi to Dorothy.
Hey, hi, Dorothy.
Hi.
Dorothy. Hi. Good to hear your voice.
Huh?
She says, huh? Talk to her.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Beautiful day here in the Northwest.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
That sounds good.
How are you feeling, Dorothy?
I'm feeling a little better.
A little better. Everybody, this is Dorothy McGaines. We have a fundraiser for her on relief-foundation.org. They turned her electricity off, her water, whatever they did. And then Dorothy recently had a stroke. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Okay, I just still can't walk. I'm still in the bed.
And tell us a little bit about your support for the 420 space. Tell us a little bit about the 420 space, how you support the prisoners and 420.
Oh, yes. All we can do is just pray and let them. So many people need to come home. so many people need to be released out of that jungle.
Out of the jungle. Well, out of the jungle, into the jungle. While we have Kim up, Kim, say hi to Dorothy and give her some love.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm
I'm
just
still-
enduring. I have a day off today. Yesterday, I was teaching the 5th grade, which is challenging.
All right. Yep. I'm just still being bothered by vision. I'm still not walking. Had to go to the hospital today. I was so swollen, so the ambulance picked me up and took me
Oh
to
my
the
gosh.
emergency room, gave me some shots and stuff in my knees, and everything was so swollen. I supposed to had knee surgery a long time ago.
Wow.
And he was telling me how bad they were. But I had pulled it out, inflamed, and it was swollen, and it was hurting. I couldn't get no relief.
Oh, it sounds bad.
Oh, it was
I
terrible.
hope
They
that
gave,
passes and you'll be feeling better.
yeah, they gave me some shots, so I was feeling a little better from that.
Good. Good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'll
We'll be
Well, we
lighting
think of
candles
you.
for you, Dorothy. We love you so much, and we're happy to have you. Just stick around and listen to our show while we have everybody else come on board. So that was our lovely Kim, everybody. We'll have her back on so we can put her on the spot again. And so we're so happy to have Kim join us on stage here. Let's bring Paul up. Paul, come on up on stage and give us a shout out here. Paul, how are you doing, Paul?
Hey, doing all right. What's going on?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your fundraising. How's it going? Making, we need $1 million to put our concert on. So, how you doing?
Well, I can tell you what we're trying to do in the hemp industry. I tripped into it like 3 years ago. I like cannabis. I grew up in the 80s. I still like it. That's something I just really enjoy. I don't drink, but cannabis everybody should smoke it. But hemp, I didn't know a lot about it until 3 years ago. And one connection on LinkedIn took us real quickly to a manufacturer who had somebody trying to build an industrial hemp fiber processing plant. And I made that connection. I can't legally raise capital. Our normal business is financing, equipment financing, stuff like that. But raising capital to build a factory is different. I found the right group to work with, and we designed a really good system. So we're financing 3 fiber processing plants right now. And it's easy to do. It's surprisingly, it doesn't cost as much as you would think it is because money gets raised along the way. But industrial hemp fiber processing plants, if anybody on this call knows anybody in the industry who wants to build one, and that's even including celebrities, if they want to build factories that make a lot of money, 9 and 12 ton per hour processing systems. I didn't even tell you this yet, Jeff. Another equipment manufacturer, 3 weeks ago, we're already financing their equipment on one deal. They want us to be their representative in the United States. So we got the manufacturer, we got the financing. You can literally build factories. And like you said, man, it replaces everything. Everything. And here's one real interesting statistic. Animal bedding, because zoos are becoming customers for their animal. Instead of straw, instead of sawdust, if they use that, there's less dust, less respiratory disease.
If they use hemp,
they're going to. Yeah, that's in the process of getting lined up with some of our customers. Those are targets, end buyers of it. But if you take Florida, that's a big state for horse owners. 3% of the owners, if 3% of the horse owners in that state switch to using this only, right? That's going to require 7 10 ton per hour processing factories.
Wow.
Making only that. That's how big this stuff should be, can be, and it's gonna be. It's probably gonna take, I don't know, there's 20 processing plants in America right now. In the next 18 months, there'll be 28 of them. And I'm rambling, dude. I'm just rambling. I'm having a good time. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do in the hemp industry. And I'm working with you, dude. If any business comes through you, you know that. If anybody here knows anybody who wants to build a factory, get a hold of me through Jeff, and him and I can make that happen. It's the truth.
Hi, honey.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Well, everybody.
I'm sorry, I gave a commercial.
It's all good. It's all good. We gotta put $1 every time we light the bowl and think about it in the tip jar, everybody. I'm gonna get Crazy Pot Mom to give us some tip jars pretty soon. We're gonna put those on my website, and so everybody buy one of our tip jars. Every bit of cash that comes through the door is going to go to the prisoner fund, and then when we do get our 501 together, so we can not pay taxes to the government on money that comes in. It's going to be all incredible to see that all happen and come to fruition. We're excited to have our new friend Jeffrey on board, and we have let's bring our beautiful Ashley on. Hey, Ashley, tell us a little bit about what's been going on since last week we saw you, your gorgeous self. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, I have been busy with the senior, I got to get the words right, the Senior Canna Club from Turkland. That's a big mouthful. The Turkland Senior Canna Club. I didn't even know there was such a thing, but thank goodness there is one. And I was just playing with the idea of being a vendor, which I'm so excited about, and also sharing healing and love and care and events and parties, when I found out that there was a Chamber of Commerce meeting going on for the North, this is another big mouthful, for the I'm going to get this one wrong. The North Park, I believe it is, or North Cove rather, North Cove Chamber of Commerce. So I sat in on the meeting, and while I was there, I was speaking with Sandy Bell, who I've been messaging to please come on the show, because yesterday in the meeting, she and I talked afterwards, and she said she would nominate me to get on the board for Chamber of Commerce in Oakland. And as we know, I've got Turkey Bear, Team Cuddlies. I told you the foreshadowing on the Masked Singer. And what do I have behind me? I've got the Masked Singer himself. Another foreshadowing, I believe so. Can you see that?
Yeah, we got it.
Can you see this? Can you see that? You can, right? It's from me. And it's from the Masked Singer. So then I also found out that they needed a secretary. So guess who's going to be both? Ta-da! In Telegram.
Well, wait a minute. So everybody, give Ashley, our Canna nurse, congratulations for a job in the industry. We're looking out for Solo Breezy. Solo Breezy, we want you to get a job in the industry. And congratulations, Ashley. We've gone around the board. We talked to Nana. We talked to Paul. We had Jeffrey on board. Some people have dropped off and dropped in. But you know what I want to do? I want to bring lovely Kim on board. Kim, say hello to Ashley.
Ashley, nice to see you. I love this. You're so involved. It makes me feel kind of.
Oh, hello, Kim. Oh, hello. Oh, look, I have a buddy who wants to say hello to you. This is proof. You can't see her face, but it's blue and green.
Oh,
she's proof that the 12th woman is a buddy, and she's been around for a long time.
Oh, I love it. That's wonderful.
We'll have you on Women in Weed next week. And if Kim is available, we'll have her on board. Kim, give a shout out to tell us the medicine that delights your soul, and tell us a little bit about the prisoners that were coming for them.
Well, I love you always ask me this question, Jeffrey.
Well, who's your boyfriend?
Come on, man. I believe that we have cannabis and we have magic mushrooms, and that they are wonderful discoveries, and that we should use them to our benefit. And I truly enjoy my magic mushrooms. They really help me just find happiness in the day, and it doesn't take that much. And also, if I do a lot of walking by myself with my dog through the woods, and I always take a little toke before I go. Just makes it more meditative. And there you have it. And I'm sorry that the prisoners can't enjoy that. I just think they got such a bad rap. I hope I wish everybody to have the best life they could possibly have.
We're coming for you, prisoners. And everybody, this is my partner in crime, Kim, and the lovely Kim Green from Bainbridge, Washington. And we went to New Orleans in January. We're planning some more trips down the road. We're going to be with Russell, wherever Russell went off to, down in Argentina. Maybe we'll make it to ICBC even in Berlin. We got Dorothy McGaines online. We got everybody here that's supporting the Al Jaffe. I mean, you know, we love all of our people that have supported the cannabis space all of these years. And what the hell, we have, you know, the guy from Mad Magazine, everybody. I mean, it's so amazing. What can you say about this, everybody? Watch, I'll show you something really cool here. Let's see if I can move this out of my face here. I just got to get, with my sunglasses on, I can barely see anything. But anyway, so I've got my Mad Magazine, everybody. Look, there's Spy versus Spy. And so the guy that did a lot of the character cartooning in here has been released to go home and to visit Jack in the marijuana home in heaven. And so do some good for us. And what the heck? For years, we got to laugh and read this magazine. We need more. We need the new Mad Magazine. And maybe MAD stands for marijuana and dope, you know, because it doesn't make you dopey. It's just incredible medicine. And I can't tell you that it works. I can tell you that it's, you know, there's many people that can tell it for us. So everybody, I'll bring everybody back up. We'll do our 3 photograph now. We're at the top of the hour. How about Nana? Everybody, okay, everybody give us a 3 for our, whoops, hang on, for our photograph here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's our thank you photograph. And I'm gonna pick my phone up that I dropped, because that was Dorothy. Are you still with us, Dorothy? You still with us? Dorothy went away when we dropped her. So we love you all, everybody. It's been a great show. And, you know, any final words, Paul?
I love your show, man. It's always fun coming on here with you guys. I got to start coming on every week. I usually make it every 3 weeks because I'm busy, but I'm going to have to start just making the time. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you can be a regular. I mean, it's just really beautiful to have supporters of our space, you know, to stay in our lane until we end freaking prohibition. Nana, any final words? Unmute yourself, Nana. You still with us, Nana? There you are. Hi, Nana. You with us, Nana? Nana's muted. Any final words, Ashley? Unmute yourself, please. Bayum.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, any final words?
Yes, of course. And Nana, you're welcome to come back every week as well as you, Jeffrey. All of our guests, I would say, are welcome to come back and help us bring down the Berlin Wall. We don't need prohibition anymore. We need to be healing, we need to be helping, and we need to be building. We need to be continuing to be gardening and growing with each other and for each other. And that is the answer to where we're going forward. Hemp can replace everything. Everything that can be done, it can be done better with hemp. And why the hemp not?
Why the hemp not? Well, Nana, can you give us any final words?
Sure. Sorry, I accidentally muted myself out, but I'm back now. Just wanted to say thank you for inviting me today. I wasn't aware that you were doing this every Wednesday. I'll put it on my calendar. And now that I know you're here, what you're trying to do, I'll be prepared a little bit better next week and see if I can't do more to help you out here.
We love you so much, Nana. And Solo Breezy, roll us out with a final quote, please. Our youngster on the panel that's going to get, more and more involved in the industry.
First, I just want to say thank you for having me on the show, Uncle Jeff, and shout out to everybody on the panel today. It was a wonderful thing to listen to everybody and their cannabis experiences. Also, I'm excited for 420 to come up. So I'm really excited about that. National Stoner Day for all the stoners out there. Today's last quote for today is do all the good you can for all the people you can in all the ways you can, as long as you can.
As long as you can, everybody. And big hearts on the microphone with beautiful Canna Nurse and everybody. And I'm going to share my screen. We're going to roll out of here so we can get some work done on the other side. Everybody, fill your tip jar. Come buy a tip jar from us when we get them ready here on our site. And we'll see you next week. It's Women in Weed Week. So bring your wife, your girlfriend, and your pooch. And thank you, Kim, and all the ladies, including Dorothy McGaines. Dorothy has a link on relief-foundation.org, everybody, to donate directly to her. Buy a tray from Canna Pop Mom, and for $420 because Dorothy just had a stroke and she needs to have her electricity kept on and her water kept on. So she's down in Mississippi. So we love you, everybody. Look out. We're going to be calling Tommy Chong here in the next few weeks, see if we can get him back on and get rolling on our concert and amp that up. So everybody help us out. Love you. Hemp Hooray. Remember, 3 is weed, 2 is peace, and F Schedule 1. So deschedule is not going to help it. We want to re-legalize marijuana and make it a household goodie. It does everything. There's even a hemp battery now, everybody. So I'm going to share my screen and roll out of here. You're welcome to stay and to talk to me afterwards. So here we go, sharing our screen and going to our intro here. And here we go.
Dr. Raphael Mechoulam, rest in peace. He was the father of marijuana, of cannabis, of hemp. He isolated the first THC molecules. So keep him in your prayers, everybody, and all the rest that are up there with Jack and the rest. Hemp Hooray.
And rest in peace, Al Jaffe, the man that got me into the 420 headspace before I knew there was 420. And trouble, yeah. Art, yeah. Creativity, yeah. Film is food. Cartoon is food. Al Jaffe is food. Rest in peace, my brother.
The subject of creativity is such a huge subject. There are many things that make it happen. Sometimes it's desperation to produce something that somebody else will want to buy, print, look at, hang on their wall so that you can make a living out of it. At other times, there are people who are driven to be creative because that's their mission in life. They just can't think of living a life any other way, and they're willing to lock themselves up in an attic and starve and just keep painting or sculpting. I like to entertain people. I became a cartoonist because cartoons are popular and you can get across a multitude of ideas. You see something funny, something that strikes you funny in the paper, something political, something ridiculous, and you get a cartoon idea out of it. There isn't anywhere that I go, whether I get into a subway or on a bus or rent a car or whatever, that I don't have a criticism of how they run these things. I was able to exploit this creative attitude in Mad Magazine by doing, a lot of mad inventions. Everyone is inspired by a different muse, and you follow your muse. I hope I can create a couple of more things before I kick the bucket, which is a very creative thing to do, by the way, kicking the bucket instead of dying.
And it's been laying there for 15 years. Listen, I tell you, I'm giving it to you.
Thank you, Al Jaffe, for all you've done. Thank you, Al Jaffe, for all you've done and for your food that you shared with us, that we ate in Mad Magazine and all your cartoons. Food is the medicine of the planet. Laughter is a medicine of the planet. You are our medicine. We honor you and your life. Rest in peace, Al Jaffe. And don't forget, everybody, that 420 can inspire you for your creativity. And Al, thank you. Rest in peace, Robert Plastorn, the myth, the man, the legend. Just our cannabis heroes, keep going to the other side. Do some good work for us on the other side. If that's allowed, come back and let's end Prohibition together, everybody. Robert, we love you. Rest in peace. Yes, Free Leonard, everybody. Welcome home, Luke. As we go back in our memories of all of the OGs we have ever met, we remember where we've been. Radiotron, Ice-T. My path has been so blessed with so many people, and now we have the new green farming. We're going to end Prohibition, everybody. Let's get this party started. We had a great visit and time and party and educated, incredible hemp conference at NOCO 9. And we talked about our Prisoners 2 project. So everybody, love you, love you, love you. Hemp Hemp Hooray. Can you imagine, everybody? We did 150 freaking episodes. So we're really blessed to just be buddies, in the bud world, and keep going. We've got Nana on board. Nana healed herself. Paul's on board. He's doing some industrial stuff, and don't forget to put your $1 in the tip jar. Thank you, Solo, for bringing up the rear. the youngsters and keeping us happy. Thank you, hemp sunglasses people, for making 3D glasses that are made out of hemp here. They're so cool, and they're 3D printed. And I got some 3D printed spaghetti. It's what you put in there, and it's proprietary. It's very incredible. So I'm gonna be working on that. Nana, you got something to say?
Sure. This morning, or actually yesterday, I was noticing the FDA's approved Epidiolex as a prescription drug for treatment of epilepsy. And not a lot of people are talking about the medical benefits of these products. I would like to see some more information, not only online about the medical benefits, but why are doctors not offering these products to patients like myself who have been on pharmaceuticals for years and years and years,
So
and to help those patients like myself come off of the pharmaceuticals.
So do you know about Charlotte Figge?
I do.
Well, I met her mom last week in Colorado, in Colorado Springs at NOCO, and I interviewed her. So I'll put that interview on next week, and her mom promised to let me interview her more. But we lost Charlotte. We lost a young gal who had 300 seizures as a child every week, and when she took the brothers Charlotte's Web strain that they built, she actually went down to like having 3 seizures a week instead of 300. And so that testimony alone was amazing. But COVID got the little girl, and so she's our incredible poster hero. Her mom, Paige, goes around the world talking about it and sharing about it. And so there you go, epilepsy. Take that.
Yeah, I would like to talk to her mother. If you can arrange that, that would be wonderful.
I will definitely arrange that. And so everybody, thank you for a great show this week. And let's see if I can pull myself onto the let's see, how do we go? Boom. So everybody, it's been great. Canna Nurse, thank you, Ashley, for bringing people in continually that you're finding, and find more people. Let's get to the stage and have Tommy and Cheech and Willie and this new gentleman that you brought in, Jeffrey, was fantastic. And you're muted there. And so it's been a great show. We had a little Kimster on today. And Paul, thank you so much. And Nana, blessings to your journey in healing. And so I'm gonna say hemp hemp hooray, everybody, and sign out. And it's been a great show. 150, everybody. That's a new strain, and 420's around the corner. What are you doing for 420, and what's your legacy? Thank you, Sola Breezy, and thank you, Paul, and thank you, Nana. Everybody, hemp hemp.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hemp hemp hooray, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, at the count of
Thank
3.
you.
Hemp hemp hooray. 1, 2,
Hooray. See you
one-
next week.
1, 2, 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Hemp hemp.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Okay.
Recording stopped.
Call Kimmy.
Calling Kimmy Bainbridge Green.